So basically, when I was little, and I used to go play back in the woods all the time, right? But I wasn't supposed to go past the fence line. Like, okay, so like, in the back of our property, we have a fence line that goes into somebody else's property, and I don't, God, I look like shit. Okay, anyways, if you go all the way back to the fence line, when I was little, one time I crossed it, and I was playing pretend, and I was pretending that I was like all searching for fairies and that there were trolls and all these like wicked evil things out there and stuff. So, but then I accidentally, I got a little bit lost, right? And it was getting close to dusk, but not quite yet. I could still see, and it was still pretty daylight right out, And then I found this kind of like a cave back there, and underneath the cave, it was a pretty small cave, like a shallow and like kind of like you could only see like earth was buried up, and it kind of like came down a little bit, so you could see a little bit of opening, and it was just big enough for me to squeeze through. And so of course I squeezed through it because I was stupid, because I was young. I didn't know any better. I didn't realize there probably could have been a fox or some other critter in there. So I go in there and I'm checking it out, and it opens up to a pretty big cavern. And the daylight is just shining directly in there, and you could see everything. The whole cave was lit up, and it was just really, really eerie kind of, but neat kind of. And then when you looked on the ground, you could see like bones kind of sticking out. And when I started looking at it, and I was getting a little bit scared because I was young. I was like 7, and I unburied one of them, and I found a skull, and the skull had this like kind of almost looked like a hatchet kind of like mark where somebody like just right into their skull, and and there's some arrowheads in there and stuff too that I had found, which I was just like, whoa, this is pretty cool. So, and I'm not sure why I did this, but you could see the sunset through the little opening, and I guess I felt bad for the person who had died, and I kind of reburied the skull, but situated it. I accidentally broke it off though. I was like, oh shit, sorry about that. So, but I propped it up, and I put dirt, like a dirt pillow underneath it or something, because I felt like maybe I could help whatever spirit was there find some peace or something. I don't know exactly what it was I was thinking, but I propped it up so that whoever had died there could see the sunset. I don't know, weird, yeah. I know, you're like, oh my god, you're fucking weird. I know I'm weird. My students really know I'm weird. And it's okay. I'm okay with that. I'm okay with my strangeness. So, and yeah, and then I could hear my mom calling me, because she's got a voice that could reach God. I swear to God. So I crawled back out, and I tore through all the thickets back there and stuff, and kind of got caught on it and got scratched up a little bit and stuff, and it was pretty interesting. But yeah, that's my story. I've gone back several times to try to find it, and I have never been able to find it, and I don't know where it was. I don't know. I've tried like 3 times, but I don't think I'm meant to find it, I guess. I don't know.